just love? Why won't we all just hug? Now where was that shit when we was all in boats, coast to coast, hating our brothers the most?
We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building.
My God and my Bible resembling me.
We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about you.
With scriptures we shake and bake. Marching around Babylon, make it quake. My people, they see us, we make them say. The gods I come back to come say that they make them pay. That's what the Bible say. G is for greatest, O is for overkill. D is for dominate. F for superior, yeah, but we winning still. You heathens, you making me mad. So I'ma go out and prophesy. Esau wanna be us so bad. Your DNA full of lies. Stealers, the branders, the sellers, the killers. You teaching your offspring not to be with us. Today is new day. I can read. My God and my Bible resembling me.
We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about you.
See, I ain't new to this. Border of blue with French that jewelry. From Pompeii to Julius. Slave markets full, hot niggas love coonery. Bringing you down like denominators. You gon' get dealt with, cannot escape. The corner of your block be annihilated. The world is ours, the kingdom waiting. The money you chasing, the car that you're driving, the cars you applauding can't profit you nothing. God's in the building, the reason you hiding, the lies that you're teaching cannot save nobody. Why won't we all just love? Why won't we all just hug? Now where was that shit when we was all in boats, coast to coast, hating our brothers the most?
We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about you. My people visual. I guess they lost. They lost all their vision though. What's the residual? We got nothing back. We ain't stick to the principle. Don't let them riddle you. We do it big and they do it minuscule. They placing a hit on you. They finding ways to try to get rid of you. Eat and behave. Stop finding out ways to put us in graves. I am too grave. Obadiah, yeah, let's turn to the page. Read it and weep. Bunch of dead bodies out on the street. Who's that just came out of Basra? He came out of nowhere just like a thief. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about you.
We got the guys in the building, got the solutions to stop all the killings. We go to the sick and we give them the healing. We very heroic but labeled as villains, the guys in the building. Better yet, we on the block with the killers and the thieves. Get your thesis, rip the pieces. As we move the minds of our people, no telekinesis. We young and Shemitic, you might not get it. The blood of the prophets is in our genetics. Our enemies look so pathetic. Pull a script on apologists and make them look so apologetic. Oh, clap our hands, shout unto God with voices of triumph. Give praise to the King, the God of our God, the leader and ruler of Zion. Guys in the building.
We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about you. We got the gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We got the gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings.
Yo. They say every beast consorts to its own kind, right? I know. All I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big broad prophet, little broad prophet. Prophets. All I know is prophets. Prophets. All I know is prophets. All I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big broad prophet, little broad prophet. prophets, prophets. All I know is prophets, prophets, prophets. All I know is prophets, all I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big bro prophet, little bro prophet. All I know is prophets. I do not hang with cowards. No shaking by a leaf. Those delicate little flowers. See, fear stems from like a face. You ain't had no root in you in the first place. That's what we trying to be as we run this race. If you come against the word, then say out my face. If you come against the word, I'm gonna put you on blast. It go Matthew 23 on demons so fast. It goes 0 to 100. Got my foot like acid. With the word I got, I'll put a foot in your ass.
Put in the last place, we the last to know. But first to go, we're gonna give the kingdom back. Obeying the word, staying the herd. We've been scattered around the earth. Got a bigger purpose than niggas and spicks bigger than this. Yes, we the ones that you heard about. Everybody got a word, but the verb is out. We gotta move with an action, burn it out, or work out it is to be an Israelite. Cause we the ones that got a bigger light. We gotta repent, we know that it's live or die. Maybe I'm getting really rich, cause all I see is prophets. Prophets, prophets. All I know is prophets. Prophets, prophets. All I know is prophets. All I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big bro a prophet. Lil bro a prophet.
Prophets, prophets, all I know is prophets. Prophets, prophets, all I know is prophets. All I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big bro a prophet, lil bro a prophet. Amos 3 and verse 7 revealing the secrets unto the prophets. No one can stop the safety deposit. Bible unlocked, they're teaching repentance. Come out of the closet, wake out of sleep. Boots on the ground, we hitting the streets. Races abound, don't think that it's sweet. The book can be better but make you complete. Enlighten your eyes, make you alive. The book of Ephesians 1 and 18. The prophets are here to let up some steam, filling the gap, everything in between.
See, your past the point is always past the point, so your whole congregation never grasped the point. Then you realize all of you went to church, you gave away money just to see the past the point. But he a counterfeit, but one day he gonna take a dip in that lake of fire where false prophets gonna be turned to crisp. I'm about my father's business, but I ain't turning profits. I got 2 baby boys, I call them both my baby prophets. Prophets, prophets, all I know is prophets. Prophets, prophets, all I know is prophets. All I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big bro a prophet. Lil bro a prophet. Prophets, prophets. All I know is prophets. Prophets, prophets. All I know is prophets. All I know is prophets. I only roll with prophets. Big bro a prophet. Lil bro a prophet.
I don't even know why I keep bothering us, man. Like, we gonna do us, y'all do y'all. We gonna build up Israel, get the kingdom, and y'all gonna get what's destined for y'all. And that's it. First they gonna mention my name, then they gonna mention my race. Brothers waking up the tribes quickly. Y'all should admire the pace. We at the bottom for real. We eventually gonna get back home. Stuck paying the red man's bills, and we in the red man home.
I can't even roll the peace.
Why?
Niggas be following me.
Yeah.
They tryna keep me asleep.
Why?
To keep the American dream.
Yeah.
They want to make me late for the little salvation needs. I don't believe in the peace.
Nah.
They got me grinding my teeth.
Yeah.
I can't even roll the peace when the light is
When
dim.
the light is
I can't
dim.
even roll the peace with them stalking.
With them stalking.
I can't even roll the peace. They non-stop talking.
Non-stop talking.
I can't even roll the peace with the nations mocking.
Woolly hair, don't care, catching stares everywhere, like what the problem is. Now they hating on me with my Christ-like kid, calling it a frizz. I go out right now and they looking weird, seeing my fringes looking like some deers. Wasn't looking twice with my last name, now it's Israel, just to make it clear. There are artists painting white men, while our God is a black man. Demonizing God's work online, always trying to steal our shine. Buy you some fringes and get you a Bible 200, only for a 1611. You gon' learn a lesson, I got a confession that you are gonna be our possession. First they gon' mention my name, then they gon' mention my race. Brothers waking up the tribes quickly. Y'all should admire the pace. We at the bottom for real. We eventually gon' get back home. Stuck paying the red man's bills, and we in the red man's home.
I keep it rolling peace.
Why?
They just be following me.
Yeah.
They tryna keep me asleep.
Why?
To keep the American dream.
Yeah.
They want to make me late for the little salvation needs. I don't believe in the beast.
Nah.
They got me grinding my teeth.
Yeah.
I can't even roll the pace when the light is is
When the
dim,
light
I
is
can't
dim.
even roam the pace with them stalking.
With them stalking.
I can't even roam the pace. They non-stop talking.
Non-stop talking.
I can't even roam the pace with them nations mocking. Despise me when I bring a Christ, real features. Trying to run over dollars worth with their false preachers. Gotta learn the history of these puppet masters. Gotta get them out of my head.
Hey, where's the tweezers? Over my shoulder.
Testing my beliefs like it a crisis day. Thinking I'm like a Pinocchio, wearing these fringes. Stay up against my people as my checkers can't do the visualize. Being the color of Reese's Pieces, yeah, better believe
First they gon'
it.
mention my name, then they gon' mention my race. Brothers waking up the tribes quickly. Y'all should admire the pace. We at the bottom for real. We eventually gon' get back home. Stuck paying the red man's bills, and we in the red man's home.
I can't even roll the pace.
Why?
They just be following me.
Yeah.
They tryna keep me slave.
Why?
They keep the American dream.
Yeah.
They want to make me late for the salvation needs. I don't believe in the pace.
Nah.
They got me grinding my teeth.
Yeah.
I can't even roll the pace when the light is dim. I can't even roll the pace with them stalking. I can't even roll the pace. They non-stop talking.
Non-stop talking.
I can't even roll the pace with them nations mocking.
Yeah. We're only as strong as our weakest. What the Jews that do what you won't do. Like after prayer, go and get it. Might as well boycott marching. Cause after king, it ain't did shit. Got keeping these laws, yup. The first thing on my hit list. Got enough wine in my cup. With a patch of beer to go with it. I'm illuminated, I shine. No recompense for your crimes. What's missing in unity was a lot of you in and not I. Got IUIC up in the forefront, and instead of love, you despise. How we supposed to come together when we add all you do is divide? Never break, they say they made it, but the people at the bottom made. Now we say that our God is great. The sons of God are woke and they never break. They say they made it, but the people at the bottom made. Now we say that our God is great. The sons of God are woke and they. We the most hated in all the lands because we know the truth. On the corners pulling scriptures, but that's not all we gon' do. We don't lie, we don't steal. Serve Most High with our zeal. We gon' grind, ain't no chill. Serve Most High with our zeal.
Shout out to the haters. Israel, yeah, we made it. Call them out, make them fake it. Call them out, make them fake it. Vocab, we smell your bacon. You sisters, we see you waiting. Wicked brothers, we hear you stating. The prophets, we stand impatient. On Messiah to render judgment. The Israelites gonna love it. The prophecies you do not fit. The king said you will not sit. Black Messiah, yeah, we rich. Black Messiah, yeah, we rich. Making them mad with the truth. Southern poverty law is sick. James Esau, now you quiet. Cause you see that we ain't lying. We the people of the book. Spiritual Israel be silent. Your pastor left you on the island. Don't know the truth, now you was crying. Join the prophets, yeah, we got you. Join the prophets, yeah, we got you.
We the most hated in all the lands because we know the truth. On the corners pulling scriptures, but that's not all we gon' do. We don't lie, we don't steal. Serve Most High with our zeal. We gon' grind, ain't no chill. Serve Most High with our zeal.
Oh, I think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, I think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, yeah, you gon' reprobate. Oh man, you the same one that says they'll never hate. Now you tryna leave, you tryna separate, you gon' reprobate. Oh man, I think you gon' reprobate. Why are you so deceitful? You're trying to trip up the people. You can't control your ways, but you complain all the day long. You're doing things not convenient. I pull a script, I can tell. There is no knowledge within you. Oh, I think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, I think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, yeah, you gon' reprobate. Oh man, you the same one that says they'll never hate. Now you tryna leave, you tryna separate, you gon' reprobate. Oh man, I think you gon' reprobate.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah. Before every enterprise we sought counsel. And the way you acting now, it's not like it. See, I'd rather leave than to start fighting. Unequally yoked is what the words say. Railing for railing, it's not my foreplay. Stay together, do what the songs say. Bonnie ain't collide with Clyde, now we in the hallways. We all make mistakes, but don't give excuse to do it. We all in the race, and everyone's a winner. But staying with a reprobate mind will keep you off track. And you don't wanna backslide.
Oh man, I think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, think you gon' reprobate. Oh man, yeah, you gon' reprobate. Oh man, you the same one that says they'll never hate. Now you tryna leave, you tryna separate, you gon' reprobate.
In the truth, you had zeal like a spark. But when the trials came, you straight departed. Temptation gonna come and yours did. But you tossed to and fro with all evil like a little kid. Check it out. You called the deacons telling lies. Mad cause they chose the truth. Praying to the Lord flies. Sitting sweet, guess you got a sweet tooth. The most are knocking down your demons, putting chains on your door like your Morgan Freeman. Your sisters and your brothers, you do not esteem them. Oh yeah, you gon' reprobate.
You don't wanna take it there, huh? Causing contradiction in your mind, huh? No, you don't wanna take it there. Take it there. You're a false alarm. You're going off, but you're not being warned. And slowly you fall apart. Fall apart. Fall apart. Oh, I think you're going reprobate.
All I ever wanted was wisdom and love until an adolescent found young women and drugs. Knew God was my outlet, I just needed the plug. The better you, the better me, we gotta stay on one accord. Observe the time amongst the industry, they're still in that burning house.
I know y'all know what $5 Indians are. You can tell when you look at them.
Right.
That's right.
They don't look like Native American Indians. They look
Right.
like Edomites with headbands. That's who they are.
For real.
But we gonna get into the history on how the term $5 Indian came about. All right.
Right.
So I'm Officer Gad from the tribe of Gad, and to my right.
Officer Halez, Tribe of Ephraim.
Officer Pat GL, Tribe of Asher.
So all praise to the Most High. Y'all tuned in to the Natives Hour. Well, here on this show, we talk about who God calls Northern Kingdom.
Bring it out.
The Hispanics, the Native Indians.
Right.
Because y'all are the Israelites.
That's right.
That's who y'all are. That's who you be.
That's right.
You ain't Cuban.
Nope.
You ain't Mexican. You ain't Native American.
You ain't redskin.
You ain't a Redskin.
Nope.
You ain't a Dominican.
You're not Seminole.
You're not Seminole. You're not Peruvian.
Nicaragua.
You're not none of that. You're not Guatemalan.
Bring it out.
You're the Israelites.
That's right.
According to God, you're the Israelites. Let me get Romans 15:4. It's Cap's favorite scripture.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4.
Come on.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Read it again.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So it's talking about the scriptures, talking about the history, talking about the prophecies, talking about who fits the Bible.
Right.
Whatever was written aforetime is written for us to learn from.
Right.
Read on.
That we through patience
Uh-huh.
and comfort of the scriptures
And comfort of the scriptures.
might have hope.
What is the hope? The hope is the kingdom. Rulership. It's going to come a time where you ain't going to see no $5 Indians no more.
That's
All
right.
praises. All praises.
It's going to come a time where Trump can't call the military because the so-called Mexicans and the South Americans is marching towards the border.
That's right.
Now Trump said, oh, if y'all keep marching, I'm going to call the military out there. It's going to be a time where all that stuff going to cease, man.
That's right.
Read that last part again, the hope. I like that part. Read that part again.
Patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So God is telling us that the scriptures gives us comfort, teaches us patience, because if we endure to the end,
Bring it out.
it's over.
Right.
That's
It's
right.
over for these nations. So we're going to get to a sidebar real quick. Trump threatens military force on the U.S./Mexican border. So let's find out what, our Bishop always say, your president, was it Donald J. Trump, DJ Trump?
Yes, sir.
Your president, DJ Trump. Let's see what he has up his sleeve. Go ahead, play that thing.
For our top story this hour, we are monitoring developments surrounding the U.S.-Mexico border as President Trump threatens to call in the military to secure the crossing. Early Thursday morning, the president tweeted, quote, "I must, in the strongest of terms, ask Mexico to stop this onslaught. And if unable to do so, I will call up the U.S. military and close our southern border." The tweet came in reference to the migrant caravan, which is making its way from Honduras with the goal of reaching Tijuana, a Mexican city near the U.S. border. An estimated 4,000 people are traveling on the caravan, many of them children. The group Pueblo Sin Fronteras has organized caravans like this every year since 2010. Once arriving at the border, migrants go through the process of legally crossing into the United States and applying for asylum. The families are Honduras.
I am fleeing my country due to the violence and the government, who has already killed my father and my two brothers after I denounced their corruption.
The families are fleeing gang and drug cartel violence back home as well. According to the U.S. State Department, since 2010, Honduras had one of the highest murder rates in the world. On Wednesday, In Question explained how the U.S. has contributed to the migrant crisis, examining how Washington's policies fuel violence and devastation in Sudan, El Salvador, and Haiti. Honduras is no exception. Just last year, the U.S. endorsed the re-election of Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez, even after the Organization of American States declared vote results to be inconclusive. And although Honduras is a U.S. partner in the drug war, which many blame for the violence in the country, President Trump threatened the nation on Thursday, saying, quote, "We have today informed the countries of Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador that if they allow their citizens or others to journey through their borders and up to the United States with the intention of entering our country illegally, all payments made to them will stop."
Stop. Y'all understand what Donald Trump is saying? He said, if y'all don't continue to do what America wants you to do, we will stop funding you.
Dang.
We will stop giving you food. Hell, Venezuela, remember, they having a food crisis.
Right.
Ain't no food. What are you doing?
Yeah, they're going through like a famine right
What
now.
they going to stop doing? They're not doing nothing.
Right.
You know who they're going to stop funding? They're going to stop funding the higher-ups.
That's right.
The presidents, the governors, the leaders of the people. That's why what we just saw was America backed the president, which even the people didn't even elect. The people didn't reelect him, but America put him back in office. Go ahead.
With the U.S. border in question, we're joined now by organizer with the Answer Coalition, Eugene Puryear. Eugene, let's start by talking about the charge from the Trump administration that these migrants want to come to the border and cross into the United States illegally. Is that actually what they aim to do?
Well, I think they certainly are aiming to come to this country and to seek asylum. And I think the issue of people coming, quote unquote, illegally speaks very heavily to the Trump administration policy at the border. Of course, as many people know, there are certain entry points where you must go, actually, if you're going to seek asylum. But what often happens, and what many people don't know, even if you meet the criteria for asylum, you can still be rejected. And so what we have seen from the Trump administration in many of these areas is they'll, for instance, maybe close an entry point and say, well, you can't apply for asylum today. And so what happens is people get tired of waiting, or just feel that they want to apply for asylum and they want to move forward with the process. So then they cross the border somewhere else, and then they cross the border somewhere else, and they're arrested as criminals, despite the fact that they are trying to seek asylum. And in many cases, oftentimes, were actually denied the opportunity, or at least told they had to.
Pause it. Give me limitations real quick. What the brother just said is certain points that you can cross to get asylum, to get citizenship to America. So what they do is they close those points of entry,
right,
just to make them go to an illegal entry point. So then when they catch them at the illegal entry point, they lock them up, send them back. That's evil as hell, man.
Some of them get put to death.
Yeah.
Some of them get killed.
That's very evil. Read that. Start at verse 1.
Lamentation chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Come on.
Our inheritance.
Our what?
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
God says what belongs to the Israelites now belongs to strangers.
Right.
Americans. Esau, Idumeum, Donald DJ Trump.
Right.
Edom. Y'all are strangers.
Right.
America don't even belong to you. But they got the nerve to close the border like they own America.
Right.
They own this land.
Hey, that's what's recognized as somebody that lies so much they start believing their own lies. That's
right.
Pathological liars.
Right. Right. Read on.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our houses to aliens.
Our houses to who?
To aliens.
They say that Issachar or the Mexicans are illegal aliens. God says that y'all are the aliens.
That's right.
The white man, you the alien.
The immigrant.
The outsider, the immigrants. Because y'all ain't supposed to be here. Read on.
We are orphans and fatherless.
Read on.
Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money.
We got to pay for our own water. It was free when we was here. Think about it. When the natives were here, we didn't have to pay for water.
Nothing.
Now we got to pay to drink one bottle of water.
Dang.
If you don't got no money for water, guess what? You ain't getting no water. God says, now you got to pay for it. Read on.
Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution.
Read on. Read that again.
Our necks are under persecution.
Now our necks are under persecution. Now we can't even go freely like we used to.
Right.
There's borders now. Now there's restrictions. You can't come in this way. Nope. You can't go in that way. I know you're running from crime, and it's gonna say it. South America got the highest murder rate in the world.
Right.
Venezuela got the highest murder rate in the world. People are running away from that thing, but America says nope, can't come here, can't come here. So then they say, well, the only avenue you can have is come here legally.
Yeah.
And guess where we're gonna be at? Right there, waiting on you.
Lock you up.
Just to lock you up, put you in prison, or even kill you. Read that again.
Our necks are under persecution. We labor.
We work, read.
And have no rest.
Who don't got, come on now, think about it. Who is this talking about?
It's Israel because it's saying, get off my neck.
Right, get off my neck.
Our necks are under
Think about it. The Chinese ain't marching to the border.
Nope.
The Arabs, the Syrians ain't marching to the doggone border.
Right.
Nobody else is doing that but the Israelites.
That's right.
Only the Israelites are going through these curses. Only the Israelites are laboring with no rest. Hey, I'm going to tell you a story. Because I got stories. I was at Edomite's house the other day, and this dude had a 15-bedroom house. And not only, he had a pool house right across the street. This dude, I'm going to tell you, across the street had a pool house.
Wow.
A pool house with the beach, like the beach hitting the shore.
Wow.
He lived on the beach across the street. He had a 15-bedroom, like 3-story house. So I'm like, dang, man, how does this house stay clean? Guess who he got working the house?
You already know.
Issachar, the Hispanics, right? This dude have fake grass covering his whole parking lot. Across the street in his pool house, he has fake grass covering the whole pool house to the beach.
Hey.
And you see Issachar on their knees picking the weeds out the grass. On their knees. It was amazing to me. I'm like, look at this, dude. Like, they on their knees. You know how hard that is?
Right.
And you got at least 1,000 square foot of fake grass that you just got to go through on your knees and pick it by hand. They had a screwdriver.
Right.
They
get it to the root.
Get it to the root, and they would pick it out.
Dang.
And my mom like, man, this is crazy, man. And guess what the Edomite was? The Edomite was in a lounge chair, sunbathing.
Dang.
Edomite had his shirt off, his hands behind his head, just sunbathing, relaxing. I say, man, we the Israelites, bro.
And people think slavery is over.
Slavery is still here.
That's right.
Slavery is still here. And it's their kingdom right now. They in heaven.
Right.
This is their heaven. This is their heaven right now. But it's going to come a time where the coin is going to flip.
Bring it out.
The times are going to change.
The tables are going to turn.
The tables are going to turn.
That's right.
All right, that's it. We ain't going to get into more of this. We'll go on that next week.
And it's inevitable.
Yeah. It's nothing they can do about it. Let's get to the story. $5 Indians. $5 Indians. Can we get the video? Because I don't think people know what a $5 Indian is. You hear it.
A $5 Indian.
And you know, when I first heard $5 Indians, I didn't know it was like a real thing. I thought it was just a Native American that looked white. But it goes deeper than that.
Right.
It goes deeper. Give me the video. Hold on. Where you at? Let me find the video, y'all. $5 Indians, man. Goodness gracious. Give me the video. Dawes Rolls. History of $5 Indians. Dawes Rolls. Because there's a lot of $5 Indians out there claiming to be Native American. I'm going to tell you something. Get Deuteronomy 28 real quick. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 43. The stranger.
Remember, we just read that in Lamentations. Your heritage shall be turned to strangers.
Right.
Those same strangers, read.
That is within thee shall get above thee very high.
So it's a curse that the Lord put upon the children of Israel for the disobedience, for not keeping his commandments.
Right.
That the strangers, the other nations, will get above us. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And we will be down so low. Read on.
He shall lend to thee.
Read it again.
He shall lend to thee.
That's why when you go to a bank, it ain't a black man lending you millions of dollars.
Bring it out.
It ain't a Hispanic man lending you money.
Right.
It's the stranger. It's the enemy. The
Right.
white man. Read.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
Here it is.
He shall be the head.
What does it mean when it says he shall be the head? Think about it. Wherever the head goes, what follows?
The tail.
The body.
Right.
The body. To the point where they can actually pretend to be you. They are so much in power that they can pretend to be you.
Yeah. Hey, Officer Gay, you in the spirit. Can I bring something out?
Go ahead.
We're going to stay on the same scripture. Go ahead, read that again.
He shall lend to thee.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
Right.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
I remember being young. I used to go to Indian powwows. Okay, I used to go to certain Indian powwows, and as the years went on by, and I continued to go to these powwows, I had noticed that there was something that never changed. You know what never changed after all the powwows that I attended?
Bring it out.
All the $5 Indians, okay, who we're gonna expose today on the teaching, were always the ones that were the head in charge.
Bring
of
it
all the
out.
powwows.
It was always the ones doing all the announcements. There was always the chiefs.
They was the ones kicking people out there ain't want in there. Why is that?
Oh, man. Goodness gracious.
Because we are the tail.
Yep.
And even our enemies have been made head over us because we forgot about the laws of God.
Yep. Read that again, Pagiel.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Uh-huh.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
We shall be the tail. Meaning we are looked at as the bottom of society. But, you know what's crazy? We looked at as the worst. But when you think about Judah, the African Americans today, right? Yeah. Esau steals their culture too.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody call them wingers.
That's right.
They call them wingers.
Right.
When you look at the Native Americans, Esau steal our culture.
Yep.
Nobody call them $5 Indians.
That's
Right.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to think about this. If we are such a destroyed and just raggedy, dirty, this is what they say. We raggedy, dirty, stupid. If we such a stupid people, how come you want to steal everything that we ever designed?
Bring
Why
it
you
out.
want to be like us?
Why you want to be like us?
Bring it out.
You know why? Because you don't have nothing of your own.
That's
No
right.
flavor.
Nothing of it. That's why Chicago, with Captain Rami, Prophets Out to the Wind, they call them culture vultures.
Culture vultures.
They steal everything.
Right.
They have nothing for themselves.
Right.
Let's get to the video, y'all. $5 Indians, man. Go ahead. Play that thing.
In the late 1800s, there was something called the Dawes Rolls, which was basically a census that made records of people's ethnic backgrounds in order to determine which Native American tribes would get certain land allotments and other benefits. After slavery, many black people were associated with some of these tribes by bloodline, through marriage, through adoption, and even servitude. And because
Now
they were
stop.
associated with these tribes,
Let me clear something up. And during the time of slavery, Gad and Reuben would actually help free Judah. Judah would run away from captivity,
Right.
and Gad and Reuben would actually allow them to be married into their tribes. So they would give their daughters to Judah. So a lot of Judah, they was married into the tribe.
Right.
But what this guy is saying is that because of that, watch what America did. Because they found out that a lot of Gad and Reuben was helping out Judah, either through saving them from death, freeing them, allowing them to be dwelling amongst them, or even giving their wives to them. Watch what America did. Go ahead.
many black people were entitled to some of these benefits. The government did
So
not
hold on,
want blacks to get
stop. Listen, y'all. He said because of this, many of Judah was entitled to the same benefits of Gad, because Gad would let them come into their tribes. Run it back like 10 seconds. many of Judah would be entitled to the same benefits. Watch this. Read. Go ahead, play it.
Through adoption and even servitude. And because they were associated with these tribes, many black people were entitled to some of these benefits. The government did not want blacks to get these benefits, so
Stop.
they created
Listen. The government said, hell no. We're not letting Judah get crap.
What's another word for the government? Esau.
Esau, strangers.
Strangers.
The same people that lynched and robbed and molested and took everything. They said, wait a minute. Y'all was helping Judah? You know what? Let's create the Dawes Rolls. Let's make a census on which tribe everyone's from.
Right.
Because I don't want none of them niggas getting none of this land.
Right.
They hate Judah so
They hate
bad.
Judah, bro. Hey, the prophecy, bro, it can't be, the scripture can't be broken.
Right.
Can't be broken. Go ahead.
a separate freedmen's list specifically for black people. They also started to list any full-blooded Native American who had African features as black.
I want y'all to look at that picture right there. Look at that picture right there.
African features.
That's a black man!
Right.
Hey, Kelsey Costa, his daddy look just like that.
Hey.
You might be Gad, bro.
Oh, praises.
But look at that, though. That's a black. When you look at all the old pictures of Gad and Reuben, they're dark.
That's right.
They're dark. Now, they did have light skin among them.
Right.
But they're dark.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Look at this picture.
Bring it out.
These brother got dreads.
Right.
Look at this. Black, dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
Different shades of brown. Look at Gad. Gad had dreads, man. Look at them dreads right there. Go ahead. Right. Go, Go ahead to the video, bro. Run it back like 10 seconds, because I want to make emphasis on that point where they say that they don't want African Americans to get crap. That's very important to know.
That's
very important to know.
Right.
Very important. Read that. I mean, go ahead. I keep saying, please. Play it.
Some of these benefits. The government did not want blacks to get these benefits, so they created a separate freedmen's list specifically for black people. They also started to list any full-blooded Native American who had African features as black because they didn't want them getting those.
These are very important facts, y'all. They started to label every Native American who had black features as black.
Right.
They setting it up, y'all. They setting it up. Watch this. Go ahead.
Benefits either. At the same time, they allowed white citizens to come in and pay money under the table to be listed as part Native American.
1895 and 1896, when a lot of the whites found out the benefits that these blacks are going to be entitled to, a lot of whites went to the Dawes Commission.
Hey, run it back like 15 seconds, all right? Run it back.
1895 and 1896.
Run it back.
The whites found out.
Right there.
Allowed white citizens to come in and pay money under the table.
Right there. Perfect.
Specifically for black people. They also started to list any full-blooded Native American who had African features as black because they didn't want them getting those benefits either. At the same time, they allowed white citizens to come in and pay money under the table to be listed as part Native American.
Stop right there.
Hold on.
Now, think about this, y'all. I want y'all to see this, because Esau, the wicked of the earth, is setting it up. Hey, relax. Hey, yo, relax. Is setting it up. He's setting it up.
Right.
He said, you know what? Any Native American Indian that looks too much like an African American, label him black. So we gonna come in under the table and pay money to be given the benefits of those Native American Indians that we told y'all to label as black.
Dang.
Can I get a script?
To make you feel like all Native American Indians look like me.
Like me.
That's
and
right.
not like Judah.
Not like Judah.
Go ahead.
Let me get Psalms chapter 10, verse 7. Because first they pass a rule, you got to be Native American. If you're African American, you can't get nothing. And then the Caucasian race could give $5 to come in, right? Watch this. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
You see what God said? His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Read.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
All trickery. That's all he likes to speak. He will promise you something and then say something else. That's it.
Read that again, bro. I like that scripture. Read that again.
Psalms chapter 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing. And deceit. And fraud. Under his tongue is the mischief and vanity.
Mischief. I mean, like he a little devil. Deceiving devil he. Think about this, bro. Right. To set this up, give me that scripture where it says every thought of them is deep. Give me that real quick, bro. To set this up right here, that means they had to be thinking years in advance. To say, you know what, every Native American that looks Negroid, cut them off from being considered a Native American. Why? So that we can come in and it won't look like we're not Native American. Right. Because everybody will be light skinned.
Right.
Everybody be light skinned. So you know what? I'm going to come in on the table, pay my money to be a Native American, and then I'm going to get all the benefits.
Right.
That's evil as hell, man. You got it?
I think it's
Psalms chapter 64, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
A diligent search, read.
Both the inward thought.
The inward thought of these people, come on.
Of every one of them. And the heart is deep.
It's deep. The Lord said they deep, man.
Dang.
They think 10, 20, 30,000 steps ahead.
That's right.
Think about it. Willie Lynch, when he wrote that letter, he said this thing will continue to rotate for thousands of years.
Right, unless a phenomenon.
Unless a phenomenon.
Dang.
Which this is the phenomenon right here.
That's right.
But think about it. He understood thousands of years later that this method will still be working.
Dang.
That means that his very thought of even creating the method
right.
wasn't for that time. It was for the future time.
Generations.
It was for his kids.
Right.
Because he understood that thing.
Right.
Go ahead, Ezanai. Go ahead.
1895 and 1896, when a lot of the whites found out the benefits that these blacks are going to be entitled to, a lot of whites went to the Dawes Commission and say, look, why don't you put my name on there? They said, but you're not an Indian. So that's what they said, well, I'll give you $5. So then the rule got around, the policy got around that for $5 that a white could put his name on the Dawes rolls and be called himself an Indian and be entitled to all these benefits, and all their children could be entitled to all these benefits forever. And so that became known as what's called a $5 Indian. And so if you go around now and check most of the Indians, the so-called Indians in America, about 90% of them are not even Indians. Those are just whites now who are passing as Indians. But they're getting all the benefits. And they're not paying any taxes, getting free college education.
Stop right there. That's a $5 Indian right there, y'all.
That's right. Who ain't worth a dime.
Go back to the picture. That's a $5 Indian, y'all.
Dang.
That ain't gat right there.
Hell no.
That's not gat.
Hell no. That's a culture vulture.
Oh man.
I swear it's like the only thing that looks good on them is army fatigue and a gun.
Hey.
Other than that, everything that the other tribes, all this,
they try to imitate everything else. And you can tell it just don't look right.
Nope.
It really don't. When I hear Edomite try to talk slang, in my head I'd be like, why?
You're trying too hard.
You're in heaven. Why are you?
Right.
Why are you trying to mess that up? You have everything you could ever want.
Right.
Why are you trying to be? But that's just how you know just how they are. They are culture vultures, man.
And they got the weakest spirit, Officer Gab, because sometimes I'll see Ishmael and Moab do their little thing. I'll be like, okay, they trying. But when you see Esau trying to imitate us, we like, we gotta let that trend go. They messed it up for us.
It's done.
They so hard. Look at this. They so horrible at imitation.
Yeah, I need everybody to just look at this picture. Can you blow that picture up, S9? Oh, it's a video. Oh, yeah, it's a video. Sorry. Okay, yeah, blow it up, man. I just need y'all to look at this right here. $5 Indian, man. This is a $5.
That's Billy Winooski.
Huh?
That's Billy Winooski.
Billy Winooski.
Based on the land.
Bobby Boucher. Water. All right, man. Play the video, man. Play the video.
And that they don't live on, they have another home off and get all kind of benefits.
Iron Eyes Cody was another famous Native American person. He was in the media for years. In the 1970s, they utilized him for this pollution commercial. He was known as the Crying Indian. So he was a very well-known Native American in American culture. But the reality is, Iron Eyes Cody wasn't Native American at all. He was Sicilian. Both of his parents were from Sicily. So he didn't have one drop of Native American blood in him. He was another fake Indian.
Hey, run that back, like 30 seconds. Yeah.
About 90% of them are not even Indians. They were just whites now who are passing as Indians. But they're getting all the benefits. And they're not paying any taxes, getting free college education. They put up a little reservation on the land that they don't live on. They have another home off and get all kinds of benefits.
Hey, that was a help. That was a heavy report right there. Stop it. He said they put a house on a reservation, but they don't live on there. They have another place outside of the reservation. Right. They've written it out to real Gad. They're struggling. They're strung out on alcohol and dope.
Dang.
Can't find a job. While $5, what's the word? $5 Indians coming in, reaping all the benefits.
That don't belong to them.
Don't belong. Don't belong at all. Go ahead.
Iron Eyes Cody was another famous Native American person. He was in the media for years. In the 1970s, they utilized him for this pollution commercial. He was known as the Crying Indian. So he was a very well-known Native American in American culture. But the reality is, Iron Eyes Cody wasn't Native American at all. He was Sicilian. Both of his parents were from Sicily. So he didn't have one drop of Native American blood in him. He was another fake Indian.
$5 Indian, y'all. Hey, they love to act like this, but they don't want to deal with the struggle that we go through.
Right.
They don't want to do it. Give me Daniel. Give me Daniel 9 real quick. Yep, read that. Okay. Yes, sir. Give me Daniel 9:11, bro.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 11.
Because I don't want nobody to misunderstand what we're going over right now. We're not saying that all of Gad ain't Gad. All of Native American Indians ain't Gad if they ain't black. That's not what we saying, you simpletons. That's not what we saying. What we bring it to light is people that's portraying to be Native American Indians, and they are not.
Right.
Right, just like what we bring it to light is just like the Jewish people.
Right.
They call themselves Jewish, pertain to, meaning not the real thing.
Not exactly, yep.
So don't get it twisted.
Bring it out.
Do not get it twisted. We're not saying all Gad is black. Because I know some Negroes out there, they say, oh, the only Gad is Negroes. Simpletons, man. Read that. Read
Daniel chapter 9, verse 11.
Come on.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
Come on.
Even by departing that they might not obey thy voice.
Read.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
The curse has come upon the nation of Israel.
Right.
So these curses, Pagiel.
Yes, sir.
Are they on anybody else?
Nope.
No. That's why Esau is able to come in and portray themselves as Gad and reap the benefits.
Dang.
They're not the ones on alcohol.
Right.
They're not the ones strung out.
Nope.
They're not the ones can't get a job.
Nope.
They're not the ones that's actually had 4, 6, 10 people in their family commit suicides.
Bring it out.
That's not them. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses.
Come on.
The servant of God.
Read.
Because we have sinned against.
We have sinned against the Lord. Read.
And he had confirmed his words, which he spake against us.
Come on.
And against our judges that judge us. By bringing upon us a great evil.
Bring upon the nation of Israel a great evil. Read.
For under the whole heaven had not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem.
So God says what happened to the Israelites, no other nations will go through that.
Right.
And, you know, and I've heard this before that, only Negroes are Gad, which makes no sense at all. Makes no sense at all. Give me Ecclesiastes 4:16. Right. Go back. All praises, Cap. Go back real quick. Hold Ecclesiastes 4:16. Go back to Daniel 9, bro.
Daniel chapter, read verse 11 or 12.
Yep. Read the last verse.
Verse 12. And he had confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil.
Come on.
For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem.
Upon the whole heaven has not been done that's been done to the children of Israel, right?
That's right.
Esau ain't trying to be nobody else. No other nation is trying to be each other, but they only trying to be us.
Right.
You won't see Esau go to China and say, hey, I'm 10% Chinese now.
Nope.
You don't see that. But they'll say, I'm 1,000% Native American.
I'm Jew.
Therefore, I want the benefits.
Right.
They don't do that. They don't go to Iraq and claim to be Arab, Muslim, Arabs. They don't do that. They only do that to the children of Israel. God says we are cursed.
Right.
We are a cursed people. Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16.
Come on.
There is no end of all the people.
Read it again.
There is no end of all the people.
For all you simpletons that says that these white men raped Native American Indians and now they all white. Read it again, brother.
There is no end of all the people.
God says there's no end to the people. So Gad is still here. Reuben is still here.
Right.
Asher's still here.
Bring it out.
Just like Judah's still here.
Right.
Just like Benjamin and Levi's still here. All the tribes are still here. But people don't want to believe it.
That's right.
That's kind of silly to think. Cause
It is. It really is, Patriel. It really is.
That's real. Hey, can you get Romans 11:1? Romans 11:1, as far as to the end of all the people. We all know that in the book of Romans, the New Testament was written during the Roman Empire. So that wasn't too long ago. Let's see if the Israelites were around. Read that.
I got you. Romans 11, verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid.
So he's saying, are God's people, his chosen, are they gone? Are they gone? Let's read.
For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
What was Paul?
An Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
And of what tribe?
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Oh, so they was still, they're still here.
Still here.
So even though you hear about them in the Old Testament, he lets you know, hey, it's the Roman Empire, and we're still here.
Still here, y'all.
We ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere. And they don't have a problem with Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Right.
They got a problem with Hispanics and Native Indians, which makes no sense because, like we read in Daniel 9, only the Israelites will fit the curses. So if we got a nation of people that fits the same curses that Judah went through,
right?
Well, guess what, brother?
Man.
We brothers.
That's right.
We the same people.
That's right.
The same people that say that, if you ask them who is Ishmael today, they say the Arab.
Right.
But
Right.
Ishmael used to be darker.
Hey, just like the East Indians.
Right.
A lot of them are dark.
Right.
Dark, very dark.
That's right.
So what, they Judah too? they Israelites too?
Makes no sense.
Yeah, they dark out there.
I'm telling you, man, they not going by the Spirit of the Lord.
Bring it
Go
up.
back to the go to the next video, Asna. Go to the next video. I got you. Yeah, we're gonna have to speed up, y'all. Let's see. Go to we got to skip that video. Go to Untold History about the $5 Indians. No, you know what? No, I don't want that. That's too long. Go to Indigenous Activist Slams a Warren. We are still here. If y'all don't know about the matter of fact, play that video. Yeah, play that one. Play like the first minute of it. Yeah, just play it. Play the first minute of it. Go ahead.
Is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a
Now,
campaign.
stop. I'm gonna set y'all up. I'm gonna set it up. Disregard the title. Y'all. That's why we're gonna play the first minute and a half. Donald Trump gonna say something real heavy right here. I want y'all to listen. Pay attention. Donald Trump, DJ Trump, gonna say something real heavy. Go ahead.
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me. They don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. When you go up to Connecticut and you look now.
All right, stop. Play the untold history about the $5 Indians. That's it, right? Yeah, that's bad. It's another one though. Which one? No, that's not it. No, he don't say that. What? Hello. It should be a clearer one. Nah, he don't say it. All right, go back to the activists, indigenous activists. Yeah, so basically Donald Trump, he actually says that those are not Indians in Nevada. He said they don't look like Indians to me. That's the video right there? Nah, that's the mob. How long? Yeah. How long does it say? All right. We'll play this one. We'll go to that one later. Play this one. So this woman, I forgot her name. What's her name? Something Warren. She's Elizabeth Warren. She's in the news. She's been in the news a lot lately for her findings in her DNA that she's Native American.
Here we go.
Play that.
We start off this hour with the latest in the spat between President Donald Trump and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. Senator Warren was a popular critic of then-candidate Trump during his 2016 presidential run, railing against his anti-woman and anti-worker policies and rhetoric, among other things.
All he had to do was make it through the ceremony. But that wasn't possible for Donald Trump. He had to throw in a racial slur. Now, he seems to think that that's somehow going to shut me up.
Quick to respond, candidate Trump began referring to Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas, referring to her questionable claim that she's Native American, leading critics and indigenous leaders to describe Trump as racist. Trump then said he would donate $1 million to a charity of Warren's choice if she took a DNA test. This week, Senator Warren attempted to put that debate to bed, announcing she took a test which revealed she is at most 1.56% Native American. Senator Warren was
Stop. Listen to this, y'all. This woman says she took a test, and just you got to understand what's going on right here. Donald Trump say, prove to me that you are actually Native American, and I will give $1 million to help your people.
Right.
So she said, okay, I'm going to go take a DNA test.
I got something.
And they found out that she was 1.something% Native, 1.5% Native American.
Trump got to pay up.
What? Bro, do you know what it means to be 1.5 of anything? That's nothing. I'm giving you the 1.5 right there. That's nothing. That means your ancestors actually did the raping.
Right.
That's right.
Did the raping, did the ravaging. Your ancestors. You are 1.5% Native American. You are not God's people.
That's right.
Not at all. You are a $5 Indian.
That's right.
That's who you are.
Bring it out.
Right. She ain't even $5.
Ain't worth a dime.
25 cents.
Dang.
Go ahead, bro. Play the video. Right. She's in debt, bro.
Trump to send a check to the National Indigenous Women's Resource Center. However, many indigenous activists and communities pushed back on Warren's elation, saying she was reaching and that she only cared about her political career. Associate
Think about
professor
it.
and Canada Research Chair.
Now she did it to support to back the indigenous woman's movement.
Right.
But when she did it, they actually was like, wait a minute, you read, like, what are you doing? Right, we don't want you. You only 1.5%? What? Damn, you was lying to us.
Man.
Yeah, keep your money. We don't need your money. You only 1.5.
Man.
She continues to defend her ancestry claims as important despite her historical record of refusing to meet with Cherokee Nation community members who challenge her claims. Gad say, prove it to me.
Right.
Prove it by your heritage.
Prove it.
Right.
That's why she don't want to go, because they're going to want to know her lineage. They're going to want to know, okay, who was your father?
Right.
Who was his father? Who was his father? Okay, where in the lineage of fathers do you identify yourself as Native American?
yeah.
And Cherokee at that. Which one? That's why she don't want to meet with them, because they're going to put on blast.
Right.
They're going to open the books. Yeah, it's bullcrap.
is.
The DNA test is bullcrap.
Garbage.
It's all bullcrap. Hell, if I take the DNA test, I'll be linked to thousand different tribes.
Yup.
So who am I? For real.
Right.
And I say I'm from Europe. That's crazy. Right. This lady, and you gotta understand, she's pushing it like, yes, I won. I'm Cherokee Indian, 1.5%. Damn, $5 Indian. Go ahead, man. Play that. You got something? Go ahead, man. Play the video, man.
Indigenous Peoples Technoscience and Environment, Kim Tallbear, released a statement saying, quote, she continues to defend her ancestry claims as important despite her historical record of refusing to meet with Cherokee Nation community members who challenge her claims. With Indigenous Americans in question, we thought we'd talk to the creative director of Honor the Earth and Indigenous Women, Tara Housecup. Tara, so a lot of coverage has been focused on this issue over the last few days. Do you believe Indigenous perspectives have been included enough in this conversation, and do you accept Senator Warren's victory lap?
We're operating on a premise of two non-Native folks, or people who are not at least of a Native community, talking about these issues and including Native people after the fact. So you're not hearing about what's actually going on in Native communities. You're hearing about these two people arguing back and forth, one using Pocahontas as a slur and demeaning all Native women, and the other trying to wave around a DNA test as some type of justification for her family story. It's not inclusive of Native people, and it's kind of.
Hey, you know what?
I think
you know what's crazy?
example.
You know what's crazy? Like earlier we were saying, they do the same thing with Judah.
Right.
They got all these hood stories. They got all these stories like, oh, I grew up rough. I grew up without a father. Well, hell, your mother had a $200,000 salary job.
Right.
$200,000 a year. What you talking about?
Right.
The same thing with this devil. Tells her she 1.5% Gad, just so that she can justify her story of being Native American.
Right.
1.5 means nothing.
Let you have 1.5% Caucasian.
Right.
You still black.
No, you still a nigga.
Yeah, I didn't want to say
you got to be real. Let me have 1.5% Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains. I'm still a nigga.
Right.
Do I get any benefits, sir? Can I get a good job now?
No, keep your hands up.
Right.
That's what they gonna tell us.
Right. Keep it 10-2, brother. 10-2
Right.
on the wheel. 10-2 on the wheel.
Damn. Damn.
Keep it 10-2, brother. Think about it, bro. We can't do that.
Nope.
We can't claim that. So why is it okay for them to claim us?
Bring it
Why
out.
is it okay for them to be us, but we can't be them?
Right.
That's because we are the greatest people in the world.
Bring it out. That's
Think about
right.
it, because if we ain't the greatest, why they want to be us so bad?
That's right.
Let's read that real quick. Let's read that. Give me Ezra's. I want the one that's second Ezra's, man. Yes. Read that real quick. This is why you got $5 Indians. Because Esau, they just love to steal everything. And they steal it from the greatest people in the world, not knowing that they know. They judgment coming.
Mm-hmm.
They judgment coming. They don't want to give Judah reparations, but they will claim to be 1.5% of Gad.
Right.
Go ahead, play that.
2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all.
Of him come we all. Come on.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
God chose the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are the Israelites. You are God's chosen. Come on.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
The whole world was made for the Israelites' sake.
That's right.
The reason why there is a world is because of you.
That's right.
That's why they want to steal everything from you, because you are worth more than gold.
Bring it out.
Just calling myself, just if I'm a white man, calling myself Native American adds more power to my speech.
Right.
Because now I'm already in charge. I'm the white man. I'm already in power. Now I can say I'm Native American. So therefore, guess what? I don't have to pay any taxes now.
Right.
I can go live on a reservation and have a house outside in the suburbs. I'm good. I'm Native American. I'm good.
Not only that, you can give off the impression as if you went through the atrocities of
Right.
those people.
Right. Absolutely. Go ahead.
As for the other people, which also cometh of Adam, but be like which also cometh of Adam.
Come on.
That has said.
What God say?
They are nothing.
God says these $5 Indians are nothing.
That's right.
God says they are nothing.
Calling yourself American is nothing.
Nothing. You and that 1.5% will be burned when Christ come back. You best believe it. You best believe it. Go ahead. Read on.
But be like unto spittle.
Like spit. The Lord say, you $5 Indians are like spit.
Right.
The brother say he was from Sicily.
Mother and father.
Right. Mother and father from Sicily.
Iron Eyes Cody.
Iron Eyes
Cody.
Cody. That's a white man's
That's
name.
a hell of a white
With
man
a teardrop. What you crying for? You $5 Indian, man. Read on.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
The Lord say you're less than a drop of water to him. You are less than condensation piled up into a drop. You are less than that. Read on.
And now, O Lord,
Uh-huh.
behold.
Watch this. Watch what? Read on.
These heathen.
These who?
These heathen.
These devils, read.
Which have ever been reputed.
They've always been talked.
As nothing.
They've always been spoken of by you as nothing.
Right.
Read.
Have begun to be lords over us.
What they do?
Begun to be lords over us.
Now they're able to take a DNA test and be labeled 1.5% and reap all of the benefits.
Right.
They are lords over us.
Right.
They are able to take $5 and give it to the census and say, put me on that census right there so I can get all these benefits. The Indians that look Negroid, label them black. They don't need any help.
Damn.
Label them nothing. Read on. I got you. Read on.
Unto a Lord over us.
Come on.
And to devour us.
They what?
Devour us.
How do they devour us? Give me that in Micah. How do they devour us? Read that.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Uh-huh.
And the work evil upon their beds.
Evil upon their beds. Come on.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
Read.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
When they go to sleep, they're thinking, how can I destroy the children of God?
Bring it out.
Think about it. To even make a DNA test, they only did it for their benefits.
Right.
They didn't do it for our benefits. They didn't do it so that Pagiel can look up his ancestors and reap reparations. Get land that was stolen. They didn't do that. They did it so they can look their DNA up and say, I'm 1.5% Native American. Therefore, I must be Native American. Therefore, I'm going to tell you, in the eyes of the white man, 1.5% Native American is 100% Native American.
Damn.
In the eyes of the white man. That means that everything that she's ever said about her being Native American is true. Why? She's 1.5%.
Let me say something about
Go
the DNA test. You got to think about something. If we're all the same, right? Like Christians like to claim we're all one people. If we're all the same, how can you do a DNA test and find different heritage or whatever you want to call
Right,
it
right.
inside the same blood.
Right.
If we're all the same.
Think about it. It would be no point of DNA test. We was all
Right.
the same.
You cannot find 1% African American, 2% Chinese. If we're all the same, how come you can see a difference in the DNA?
It should
Right.
be 100% human.
Right.
You know, they
Right.
say, what's your nationality? Humankind.
Right.
Well, hell, it should be a blood type.
Right.
People, they got AB positive, AB negative, A positive, B positive. The blood type should be humankind.
The same.
Exactly.
Everybody should be the
Everybody
same.
should be the same.
But we're not. That shows you that we're different.
We are
We're the
different.
sons of God.
That's right.
right.
Read that. Read that again in Micah, bro.
Micah
Read
chapter
that.
2, verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Evil upon their beds. They coming with DNA tests. That's evil. That's pure evil. They coming with this Orange Donald Rowe. That's evil.
Right.
Read.
When the morning is light,
Come on.
they practice it.
They do what?
They practice it
Come on.
because it is in the power of their hand.
They have the power to do this thing. They have the power to say, I'm 1.5% Native American. They have the power to kick out any Negroid featured Native Americans and call them black.
Right.
They have the power to remove a whole continent of people
Bring it out.
to the four corners of the world.
Right.
They have the power to do that. Read on.
And they covet fields.
They what?
They covet fields.
That's what they did when they came over here, Christopher Columbus.
That's
Ponce
right.
de Leon. That's what they did. They came over here. They saw that the land was great.
Yep.
It had money.
That's what
It
they
had
did.
diamonds.
That's
Andrew
what they did with the
Jackson.
$5 Indian thing.
Yep.
They covered field. The whole reason for them to pay $5 is because they wanted that
They
land.
wanted the land.
That's right.
They wanted the same thing. Huh?
That's right.
Nah, go ahead. Ain't got it.
And they take them by violence.
They what?
They take them by violence.
Smallpox. They took it. They took the land by violence. Read on.
And houses and take them away.
Come on.
So they oppress a man.
They do what?
They oppress a man
They oppress a man
and his house,
and his house.
even a man
Uh-huh.
and his heritage.
And now you know what? You ain't who you say you are.
Dang.
I'm you.
Dang.
Think about that. Remember, it said earlier they have the power. They have the power to say, you are not Native American. I am.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, brother.
Foundations are out
hey,
of course.
hey, bro, this Bible, I'm telling you, the Bible the truest book on the face of the planet, bro.
That's right.
The Bible says that these wicked people have the power to make you not who you are
Right.
and then claim themselves as you.
Right, right. Can I bring something out?
Go ahead, bro.
Can you pull up the word covet? Because that's the spirit that this evil man is showing us. Can we look up the word covet? C-O-V-E-T. Officer Pagiel, let me get Sirach chapter 10, verse 9.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 9.
Read.
Hold on. Why is earth as ashes proud?
Why is man proud? Read.
There is not a more wicked thing.
There is what?
There's not a more wicked thing.
There's nothing on this earth that is more evil. Nothing that is worse. Read it again.
There's not a more wicked thing
Then what?
than a covetous man.
Than a covetous man, a man that wants your nationality, a man that wants to steal your heritage, a man that is jealous and covetous and envious of what you have. Let's read the definition. Read that.
Covet, yearn to possess or have.
That's what they did. That's why when they came over here, they raped, robbed, and murdered the so-called Native American Indians, the so-called Seminole Indians, because they coveted and they thirsted for all of their possession. Read that.
Where?
Read the synonyms.
Where's that? Desire, yearn for, crave, have one's heart set on.
Uh-huh.
Want, wish for, long for, hanker after, hunger after, thirst for.
To thirst for, to hunger for. They desire to be you. That's what a $5 Indian is. Then he turns around and calls you a dirty Indian. He calls you a Miccosukee, a dirty monkey.
Right. Think about it. You're a mascot.
A savage.
People dress up like Indians during Halloween.
But yet they're covetous and want to be you.
But yet you're nothing.
Hey, get the picture that Cap posted as an eye. Real quick. We only got 15 minutes. We got to continue this next week. $5 Indian. The picture, Indian land for sale. Go back to Micah, where it says they oppress a man. Give me that. As of now, you got it? Pull it up. Pull it up and blow it up. Blow it up. This is a real, actual ad in the 1900s. 1910. Watch this. Indian land for sale. Get a home of your own. Easy payments. Perfect title. Possession within 30 days. Go down. Fine lands in the West. Irrigate. I don't know how to say that word. Irrigable, grazing, agriculture, dry farming. In 1910, the Department of the Interior sold under sealed bids a loaded Indian land as follows. Colorado, 5,000 acres for $7 an acre. Idaho, 17,000 acres for $24 an acre. These, I'm telling you, the white man's the damn devil.
That's right.
How can you sell a people's land and own it like it's yours today? Like it's yours. North Dakota, right?
Right.
22,000 acres sold at $9 an acre. For the year 1911, it is estimated that 350,000 acres will be offered for sale. For 5 acres. $36 for 5,000 acres of 36 per acre. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at South Dakota. 120,000 acres for $16 an acre.
Dang.
Think about it. And these are the same places. Think about this. These places today, when you see God in those places, they are the lowest on the totem pole.
Right.
They are drunks. They are suicidal.
Right.
They can't find a job.
Dealing with depression.
Oppression. They cannot get ahead. They're the poorest people in the United States.
Horrible education system.
And they're fighting for their land back.
Right.
But Esau says, no, it belongs to me.
You'll never see the $5 Indians going through that.
You'll never see the $5 Indians. Bro, you'll never see the $5 Indians talk about my land was stolen.
Right. Dang.
All of them still got land.
Dang.
Give me the next one because it said, hold on. It says, go back up. In 1910, the Department of the Interior sold under sealed bids a loaded Indian land as follows. The Department of the Interior. Let's look that up. Go to Wikipedia. I sent it to you. That's a real department. So don't nobody think that this is actually a lie. Scrolling, I'm sorry. So we can see the big. Scroll out. Okay, there we go. The United States Department of Interior is the United States Federal Executive Department of the U.S. government, responsible for the management and conservation of most federal lands and natural resources, and the administration of programs related to Native Americans, Alaska Natives, Native Hawaiians, territorial affairs, and insular areas of the United States. About 75% of federal public land is managed by the department, with most of the remainder managed by the United States Department of Agriculture's United States Forest Service. So this department, and look what they have. Look what they have as the emblem.
Bison.
Look at that.
Dang.
They got a buffalo as their symbol. Dang. Go back to the picture. Esau's the devil, y'all.
They killed 60 million buffalo in
60
years.
million buffalo, but they got it as a symbol like they was protecting them.
Right.
Look what they did. In 1910, the Department of the Interior sold under sealed bids. I know what under sealed means. Look up the term under sealed. Under sealed bids. Look that term up. Let's find out. Let's find out what that means, because that don't sound legal at all. So we're going to find out right now.
Like you're doing on this.
Right, under the table.
Yeah.
Sold under sealed bids.
Basically, you stole it and you selling it. Can you look that term up as an eye? Under sealed bids. Let's see. A sealed bid is a document enclosed in a sealed envelope and submitted in response to invitation to bid. Sealed bids received up to deadline date are generally open at a stated time and placed usually in the presence of anyone who may wish to be present and evaluate for award of a contract. Go to
So it's the opposite of that.
yes,
Go-
the
go-
opposite of that.
wait,
right,
wait,
right,
wait,
right.
wait.
A sealed bid is a document enclosed in a sealed envelope and submitted in response to invitation to bid. Right. It's the opposite of that.
Right.
So that means that the people who originally owned the land never actually gave the consent of the land
At
to be
all.
sold.
At all.
That's
At
why I
all.
say it's it's an under sealed bid. Meaning that the people that once owned the land never gave the authority of the land to be sold. The Department of Interior sold under sealed bids allotted Indian land, as then they labeled it Indian land.
Right. I'm glad you said that. Oh,
They
praise.
labeled it Indian land.
So it didn't belong to them.
It didn't belong to them. And I'm gonna tell you, every $5 Indian that bought this land, they all know that the land didn't belong to them.
That's right.
And then I'm gonna tell you, they lock us up today
Mm-hmm.
for little things. Brother got locked up for 20 years for stealing a TV.
Right.
20 years. Who's locking these people up? Because they still have our land.
Right.
Who's locking these people up?
Hey, around I live in kind of like a rural area, right? We got horses and land out there. So I'm driving by and I see this land. It says land for sale. And you know what comes to my mind, Officer Gadd? I'm wondering if I call if a Seminole Indian's going to pick up. Because that land don't belong to the white man
It
that's
don't
going
belong
to
to
pick
them.
up.
It don't belong to them at all. It don't belong to them at all. Hey, last video, y'all. This video I really want to bring out. Donald Trump testifies. Donald Trump testifies. $5 Indians got to go. You got to
my
go.
opinion.
Come on. Watch this, y'all. DJ Trump.
That it
DJ
will
Trump
blow.
don't lie, y'all.
It will blow sky high. It will be the biggest scandal ever.
Stop.
Or one of.
Run it back so I can read it.
It's my opinion
Stop.
that it.
This is 1993. Donald Trump testifies before Congress that the mob is taking over. It's Native Americans running those casinos, but it ain't. It's mobsters running those casinos. Just like back in the day, it's the same thing. Go ahead.
It will blow. It will blow sky high. It will be the biggest scandal ever, or one of the biggest scandals since Al Capone in terms of organized crime. I believe that there's going to be a lot of embarrassed and a lot of red faces. But to sit here and listen, as people are saying that there's no organized crime, that there's no money laundering, that there's no anything, and that an Indian chief is going to tell Joey Killer to please get off his reservation is almost unbelievable to me.
You have basically stated that the problem seems to be that the FBI doesn't have any people, or is that correct? Is the issue that you...
No, I think it's far beyond that. I think that people have got paper bags over their faces and nobody's... Everybody, it seems to me, from even just a common sense standpoint, knows what's going on.
Trump then claims to have a list of mafia incidents at Native American casinos. Read on.
Did you submit this list to the FBI at any time?
I'm not a law enforcement officer. I'm not supposed to be going around checking Indian reservations. That's what you have the FBI for, and they're very capable, the most capable. But that's not my job. The Indians don't have to pay tax. Nobody's more for the Indians than Donald Trump. And you ask about competing. I love to
started
compete.
laughing at him.
Nobody likes, and I think many of you folks up there know for a fact that I love to compete. But I like to compete on an equal footing. I'm competing and paying hundreds of millions of dollars in tax. My so-called, as you would call them, opponent, and they're not an opponent, but my opponent is competing and paying no tax. It's not a fair situation.
You indicate that they don't pay taxes.
I didn't indicate they don't pay taxes. I said they're not paying taxes on casino.
No,
and they're
that's
not paying
because
taxes
the
on...
profits from it are to go to the reservations.
Oh, really?
In spite of the FBI testimony that this is not a significant problem, Mr. Trump, in one sentence you say they are the most capable of agencies. and that you're not a law enforcement expert, and then you tell us that you have superior knowledge to their knowledge about the extent of organized crime on Indian reservations.
You've got a totally closed mind on the, on the subject, sir. We could walk in here with the greatest proof in the history of the world, and frankly, your mind is so closed for whatever reason that I can't believe it.
But you don't
but
have
if
that.
you really want
You
to,
don't have
if
that
you really
proof,
want to
Trump.
study this,
Yes.
when you tell me that there are no FBI agents assigned to the Indian reservations, and yet you have tremendous numbers in Las Vegas and in Atlantic City, tremendous numbers. In fact, two of their largest places. I want to tell you something. You have a long way to go. And for whatever reason, you have a closed mind. I don't know why. Perhaps you could tell me.
No, Mr. Trump, I have a closed mind against evidence that is not substantiated.
Oh, well.
I have a closed mind against statements that are made about other people in generality.
You're going to be very
I have a
embarrassed in
closed
2
mind
years,
when
sir.
You go on a radio show and you say, now some drunken Indians want to come down here and open a reservation.
I didn't say that, sir. Quote it. I didn't say that. Who said that? Who said that? I'd like an apology right now because I didn't say that.
Imus opened the broadcast, so, excuse me, Mr. Imus said that.
Okay.
Imus said
Could I
that.
please have an apology?
You can have an apology.
Thank you, sir.
And then you went on to, is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me. And they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Stop. DJ Trump says
Hey,
some
cut 'em.
$5 Indians up there.
He cut him that time.
He said they don't look like Indians
Hell
to
no.
Indians.
Nope.
They don't look like Indians to me. They don't look like Indians to Indians.
They don't look like
so
Indians
you
to
tell
nobody.
me, could they $5 Indians?
Right.
Donald Trump, no. What he's saying is that those people, they're taking the advantage of the benefits that the Native American Indians are getting.
Right.
And they're not real Native Americans.
Right.
They're $5 Indians.
That's right.
Hey, last article real quick. Go to the one when they found the frozen. Scientists discovered DNA. Scientists discovered DNA proving original Native Americans were
Hey,
white.
real quick, in case it's going over y'all heads, right? $5 Indian means fake ass Indian.
Right. Super
Okay?
fake Indian.
I want to make sure
Super
y'all don't
fake.
miss the point of the whole class.
Hey, but you know what? Next week, Lord's will, we're going to have to really go into it. Because you know we started late today.
Right.
We really got to go into why it was called $5 Indian.
Right.
Because the Esau, they paid their way into the lineage of Gad. They paid it with money. So listen to what the white man says about their DNA and the American Indians. Go ahead. Scientists discovered DNA proving original Native Americans were white. This is a new population of Native Americans, the white Native American.
Dang.
A new discovery of ancient Dana, we call it Dana, DNA, may overturn the idea that the Native Americans were the first to have populated the American continent. Instead, watch this, y'all, a new group known as the ancient Beringians, who were more closely related to modern white Europeans,
There we go.
has been discovered by researchers. Genetic analysis of a baby girl who died at the age of the last ice age shows she belonged to this previously known ancient group of Beringians.
Stop.
Watch this. A baby girl who lived and died in what is now Alaska. So what they're saying is that the first Native American Indians were white. Oh, God. Oh, God. If that's the case, how come that white lady had 1.5%? She should have been 100.
Right.
She should have been 100%.
Right.
If the
Hands
first
down.
Native Americans were white,
Hands down.
then all white people should be 100%. Right. How did it get dark? How did they have hey, go back to the picture. Hey, we out, y'all. We out. Yeah. Go back to that picture. Go back to that picture. Hey, here on the Natives Hour, y'all, we smashing that $5 Indian.
That's
nonsense.
right.
That's right.
Smashing it. If the first Indians were white, how do you get that?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
How did they get black? Please, somebody tell me.
How they got dark.
How did they get dark? Look at that. That's dark skinned with a T. Skint. Them brothers are dark.
With locks.
With locks. Look how long that brother Locks is.
Like Sam.
Down to his butt. Look how long
Right.
that brother Locks is, man. Nah,
At
heck no.
all.
Heck no. Don't look like Esau Locks. Esau Locks got lice in them.
Right.
Lice and maggots. Right. Frilly. All right, y'all. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, next week, Lord's Will, we on. Y'all have been tuned into the Natives Hour where we are smashing that $5 Indian nonsense.
That's right.
We are the real Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
All right? Ain't no $5 Indians around here, man.
That's right.
Me don't work no $5 Indians around me.
No.
All praise to the Most High. So, all praises. Tune in next week, y'all. Thursday at 8 o'clock. Lord's will. We're going to dive into some more smashing.
That's
and you
right.
know what? That's what we're going to call it. The smashing of the $5 Indian.
That's right.
The smashing of the $5 Indian. All praise to the Most High.
All praises.
So, I'm Officer Gad from the tribe of Gad to my right.
Officer Halez, Tribe of Ephraim.
Officer Pat GL, Tribe of Asher.
All praise to the Most High. Lord's will, we catch y'all next week. Share, share, share. Tell your cousin, your uncle, your brother, your sister.
your nanny.
Tell your
$5
auntie, your
Indian
neighbor.
friend.
Hell, tell your $5 Indian to watch.
That's right.
Tell your friends that claim to be 1.5% Native American to watch.
Bring it out.
Native, watch
Your
this.
$5 Indian. All right, with that, we're going to say shalom. Most High
Shalom,
Christ
Most
bless.
High Christ bless.
Playing with your sin right now, that's so dangerous. Your judgment come quick before you try to hang it off. That's something you can't run away from. That's something you can't run away from. And that's something you can't run away from. That's something you can't run away from. Don't tarry, make haste and delay now. Whenever you get the chance, you better try and get your shit together. You think you're good because your judgment seems it hasn't come. But in the hour, there'll be no place to hide and no place to run. You think you're good in your security, but execution coming speedily. No idle words, you better watch your mouth. You better keep that foot whenever you step in this house. Playing with your sin right now, that's so dangerous. Your judgment come quick before you try to hang it up. That's something you can't run away from.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels